Timo Werner is a player capable of playing as a centre forward and left winger. So, how does Frank Lampard try to deploy him? Does he occupy the centre forward position or does he play on the left wing position? In today's episode of Alex Football, I show you and analyze the tactical positioning of Timo Werner from 3 standpoints. Number 1, why he can't play as a lone striker. Number 2, why he's the most suited player for the left wing position. Number 3, the formation to get the best out of him on the left wing. Let's begin. Before we get started, welcome to Alex Football. Alex Football is a channel dedicated to making videos around football related topics. If you enjoy watching football, smash that subscribe button to get notified whenever I release a new video. Let's begin. The best position to deploy Timo Werner is not the centre forward position, nor playing him as a lone striker. Why is that? Well, it's for two major reasons. Number 1, he lacks the physicality to play that position. He does not possess the same level of strength as Tammy Abraham does when it comes to playing as a lone striker. Physicality is simply not in Timo's skill set. Number 2, he cannot hold up play, nor can he play with his back turned towards goal. Timo's style of play revolves around running at the opposition defense and roaming free around the final third. His back turned towards goal, not holding up play, is simply something he cannot do. Once again, Tammy Abraham and Oliver Giroud are ahead of him in this regard. So I see Tammy Abraham leading the Chelsea line as a lone striker because he possesses the physicality and speed to bully opposition centre backs. Which brings us to the second part of this video, why he is more suited for the left wing position. So what makes Timo Werner so deadly on the left wing position? It comes down to his style of play. Now, the first thing I would like to talk about is his use of speed. Timo Werner enjoys using his speed to force opposition fullbacks back into their own half. This limits the threat of the opposition fullback in attack. Now, the next thing Timo Werner does is this. Though on paper, he occupies the left wing position, but when he plays, he drifts into the central area of the opposition box, partnering up with the striker. Basically, he is playing as an inside forward. Now, this time around, with Ziyech on the pitch with them, it allows Ziyech to put in delicious crosses for them, for Timo Werner to meet up with his well-timed run. Another key component of Timo Werner's game on the left wing position is that he loves to drift between the left wing position and the final third of the opposition half. Basically, he drifts into the central area, drifts back, and drifts into the central area of the opposition. He loves occupying the half spaces, the central area of the opposition. He loves roaming and with very little or no defensive responsibility. Julian Nagelsmann has been able to deploy him effectively in this position such that he has been deadly for Leipzig this season. The most important aspect of Timo Werner's game is an effective partnership with a centre forward that is strong, that can win aerial duels and can hold up play. Partnering with such a striker allows Timo Werner to make well-timed runs into the opposition centre half. For example, let's say a cross comes in from Marcos Alonso deep from Chelsea's half. With Tammy Abraham's ability to hold up the ball brilliantly, Tammy can hold up the ball, release a pass into the opposition half. Then this is where Timo Werner is most deadly. Timo Werner can make well-timed run into the opposition half to meet the ball and then applying the beautiful finish. This brings us to the third part of the video, the formation to get the best out of Timo Werner. What tactical setup will get the best out of Timo Werner on the left wing? We shall be considering a 4-3-3 formation and its variants and a 4-4-2 formation, diamond shape. Now let's start with a 4-3-3 formation. Using a 4-3-3 formation, how does Chelsea utilize Timo Werner? Like I said before, Timo Werner on paper occupies the left wing position, but he never really stays there. He's always drifting into the central position, playing like a striker. At the same time, Tammy Abraham will be occupying the central position. Now, this gives Chelsea numerical advantage within the opposition box, such that when Ziyech makes crosses into the box, Chelsea have good numbers of players in the position. Now, from a defensive standpoint, how does Chelsea survive this? Because remember, Timo Werner loves to roam around these spaces here. This is where he loves to roam around. At the same time, he does not have much defensive responsibility because he loves to roam around. So what Chelsea can do is this. Mason Mount will move to the left-hand side of the attack, providing width to the left-hand side of the attack. He occupies this position and provides width to the left-hand side of the attack. Then Marcos Alonso moves to the halfway line, providing defensive cover to the left-hand side of the attack. What Jorginho and Conte then do is move upward, creating a double pivot along the center of the pitch. They create a double pivot around there. Then Reece James too also moves to the halfway line, providing defensive cover along the center of the pitch. Then Zuma and Rudiger moves up, maintaining Chelsea's high press. That is one way Frank Lampard can use Timo Werner on the left-hand side of the attack. Another method Chelsea can deploy Timo Werner within a 4-3-3 setup is this. When Tammy Abraham takes up central position and Timo Werner also drifts into central position and Ziyech too also takes up a similar position, as stated before, Timo Werner leaves vacant spaces on the left flank. This time around, instead of having a central midfielder occupying those vacated spaces, what we can have is Marcos Alonso or any other left fullback moving upward to support the attack on the left-hand side of the attack. Reece James too also does the same thing on the right-hand side of the attack. Now, for the defensive cover of this formation, the central midfielders will be covering the wide areas in case Chelsea lose the ball and when Chelsea are in transition. This time around, you will notice that we are using Mateo Kovacic, not Mason Mount. Why? Mateo Kovacic is a more defensive-minded player. He will give better cover to Chelsea in transition. The centre backs to also move forward, maintaining Chelsea's high line. Another formation Chelsea can deploy Timo Werner is a 4-4-2 diamond-shaped formation. Now, the problem with this formation, if Chelsea decide to use it, is this. Players like Mason Mount and Callum Hudson-Odoi will be left on the bench. At the same time, another problem with this formation is this. Is that Ziyech will be occupying a 10 position, playing behind the two strikers. But Ziyech is most effective on the right-hand side of the attack, dropping in crosses for the centre forward to tap in or head in. So I would not really advise this formation. But on the other hand, it gives Tammy Abraham a very good partner up front to lay the ball down for him to score. But this formation does not play to the strengths of Chelsea, to the strengths of players like Ziyech and Timo Werner, especially a player like Ziyech that loves to operate on the flanks. But Chelsea have the midfielders to play this formation, but it takes away quality players like Mason Mount and Hudson-Odoi. Which formation gets the best out of Timo Werner at Chelsea? I believe the 4-3-3 setup will get the best out of him for one major reason. One, it gets the best also out of Ziyech. How? When Timo Werner drifts into central position, so does Tammy Abraham. Ziyech too moves into the right-hand side position. Now, if you're familiar with the way Ziyech plays, Ziyech has a signature lofted high pass into the central position for the left winger to meet. In the case of Chelsea, the person that will be meeting these crosses from Ziyech will be Timo Werner. Timo Werner has the ability to make well-timed runs into the central area of the pitch. Alright? So when Ziyech makes those beautiful lofted crosses, Timo Werner will always be on the receiving end of those crosses because he has the ability to make those well-timed runs into the box for those simple tappings and heading. So if Ziyech and Tammy Abraham can make excellent connection on the left and on the right, Chelsea will benefit immensely from playing Timo Werner on the left hand side of the attack. So I believe the left hand side of the attack will be the best setup for Timo Werner, and a 4-3-3 formation will get the best out of Ziyech and Timo Werner. Conclusion: Timo Werner is a prolific goal scorer. The quicker he adapts to the English Premier League, the quicker he can hit the ground running. I see Timo Werner being a success at Chelsea. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.